So this is the second beta of this version in iOS, and I'm going to be showing you some of the bugs, battery life, and things like that so you guys get a gist of what this update looks like and whether or not you should update your device. So in this update, performance is pretty decent. The update before had better performance, but in this one, it's just not as good. It was sort of a letdown versus the last one. So far, all the beta updates have been trash, and this one is just a little bit worse than that. So I wouldn't update if you want to have good performance. Now moving on to battery life. The battery life in this update is absolute garbage. It was one thing when it couldn't calculate the battery properly, but this time the battery life is just absolute trash. I can barely even go 2 hours using my phone, and the worst part is I lost my Mophie case. So yeah, the widget panel lag is still existing in iOS 11.2.5 beta 2. So if you guys absolutely dislike that bug like I do, it's still there. Apple, I don't think, will get rid of it because of all the dock glitches that were formed by using this bug, which I think is a really stupid trade-off. Performance versus a really cool glitch, and Apple chose to get rid of performance in the widget panel. Also on the home screen, it was incredibly laggy to move app icons and things like that. But in this update, performance has been increased. The icons are actually movable and they don't stutter like crazy. It's actually usable, whereas before, you pretty much couldn't move anything without the phone glitching up. So luckily, that bug has been fixed. So moving on to the next bug that I actually discovered. If you press down on the brightness and the volume at the same time, depending on what you press on first, you can actually get this really strange effect where you can change the volume and the brightness at the same time. It's just pretty interesting to see that a software that's so advanced still has these tiny little glitches that you think Apple would pay attention to. But that's not really a big deal. And moving on to another glitch, you can actually change the animations on iOS by clicking on the home button and Siri at the same time. So go ahead and do that. You want to continue doing this until you see the keyboard, and then now you can see the animations when opening apps are different. So this is just a more accessible way to change the animations on iOS versus the previous way that I found earlier. That's about it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always,